Here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance, associated programs, our own programs. We have the Turnkey Cash Cow, we have the Poverty Crusher, we have the Easy Business Builder, we have the Success on the Plate platform, we have primary staking, we have secondary staking, and you can get involved in everything without putting your hand in your pocket. Some of the things, it'll take you a while to work your way through, but it is possible. Okay, we are a cloud nation. We are an emerging nation. We are the United States of the world. We've been around for about 2.5 years, and we've had our ups and downs, but we are still here, and we are building our industries, which will strengthen our economy, because we have our own economy, our own currency, treasury, social services, and industries. And like any nation, we are very proud of our heritage, and yet we accept everybody, anybody, all people, shapes, sizes, backgrounds, countries, nationalities, gender, educational level, financial status. None of it matters, because you are all human beings, and that's all we see. Human beings. We don't pigeonhole people into fat and thin, or bald and hairy, or black or white. It doesn't matter. None of that is important to us. We are a non-separatist organization. We recognize that everybody is totally unique, and so has something unique to offer to our community. And we therefore regard everybody with equal value. They should be treated equally and loved equally, and they are. All we ask is that when you come to us, it's free to join, get involved in anything you want to, sit out of everything you want to, and it's up to you. Just bring a positive mental attitude, a willingness to share love and abundance, and you'll fit in great. Okay, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm heading over there right now, because that is where I see most comments. I will be coming back here to check on comments that we get from Twitch and YouTube in a moment, but initially let's see things working in Facebook. So when I get to Facebook, I'm going to We Share Abundance Publicly group, and when that comes up, I'll be looking for the 22nd of 11/22, 22/11/22, and we got that. So far so good. Click to expand, and we have comments, and we have Kingsley from Manchester in the UK, and Richard from Devon in the UK, the Northwest and the Southwest represented. Okay, we will be getting started right now, because it is already 9 minutes past. We're going to get started in our usual way. We got Norman from Doncaster, UK, with a short prayer. Excuse me. I don't know whether there's anything else going on. I think there's probably football in the World Cup. I don't know whether people are interested in that. But there's probably some games going on over in Qatar. But we'll get started now with a short prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member find the joy of service. And through service, Lord, bless each member, that they may attract true happiness and everything they need into their life. Amen. Yeah, most websites online talk about money. We talk about happiness, because happiness is what everybody seeks, and true happiness can't be bought. You may think you'll be happy if you had $1 million, or 2 million, or 10 million, or 1 billion, or whatever it may be. It may buy you some things that will give you momentary pleasure, a new home, or holidays, a bit of travel, whatever it may be. But true happiness can only be found lasting happiness through loving service to others. And that's what we teach people. And if you go about life with the thought of serving others with love, not for thought of reward, you will find that you will be filled with happiness and that everything that you need in life will flow to you automatically. You start chasing money, very, very few people can catch it. It runs away from you. You concentrate on serving, money just flows to you. It's attracted to you. Okay, who else have we got coming in? We got Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. We got Andrew from New Zealand. Of course, it's morning there. He's saying good morning. It is, what day is it today here? Tuesday. It's Wednesday there. Uh, so he's enjoying the spring. Cricket um, will be underway in New Zealand as it is in Australia. England got thrashed by Australia in the one-day series. They got well comprehensively beaten in all three matches, and I think they'll just be glad to get home. They've been away for quite a while. Been a long period, but along the way they won the T20 World Cup. Mixed emotions from them, I suppose. Um, Andrew Dean, wet and windy. Yeah, me too. And the weather. Okay. Yeah, it's been very mixed. We have had some sunshine actually, but generally speaking, a lot of wind, and when it's rained, rained hard. But the Cornish Water Board, or Southwest Water Board, I think it is, keep telling us that we need the rain because the reservoirs are empty. I've no doubt that by the end of the year they'll be saying the reservoirs are overflowing, we've got flooding, always happens. Anyway, that is where we are. So, talking of wet and windy, I'm going to have a quick sip on my. This is not Adam's ale, nor is it vodka or anything like that. It is, in fact, lime juice cordial, diluted with water. Very nice, thank you. Right. We also have a little affirmation we do because I said we are non-separatists, and it helps us rid ourselves of any prejudice that are unwanted that may have attached themselves to us. And the affirmation goes like this: we are happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, right. Um, let's get some of the updates done. Um, I believe Avazu has extended it from the 9th of December to, I don't know. My wife watched the webinar last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. She's a night owl. I'm a lark. I'm up early, so I'm asleep at 1 o'clock, but I'm up at about 3. Um, so, so I believe that's been extended slightly, but what matters is you take action because you have an amazing opportunity. Once you get into that round robin, your future is secured. So get in there, do whatever it takes. How do you get into the round robin? You give away free raffle tickets that people would have to normally pay $100 for. Sounds easy? I know it's not. It's a struggle because people are suspicious of things that are free. But I've given you some templates that you can go out and use and modify. You can give them out to shops and things, get them to put them in the window, get your QR code on there. There's all sorts of things you can do to get those tickets given away. It is a simple process to claim your ticket. But if you've not done it before, like everything else, First time you do something, it can be difficult. Second time you do it, it gets easier. Third time you do it, it's easier still. You can only do this once because you're only allowed one ticket, but it is relatively simple. I went through it with my nephew the other day, and it really is a simple process. You receive a link containing a special code, and you click on the link, and it opens up a page that you have to fill in your name and address, date of birth, um, a phone number. Uh, can't remember what else goes in there. That's about it, I think. And then you submit that form. When you submit the form, you get an email saying click here to verify your email. So you do that, and it comes back, and you've got a little pop-up that says, "Are these your real phone numbers? Because we're going to need them when you win to send you your money." So you check that the numbers are right, and you say, "Yeah, they're okay," and that gets you pretty much in. What you have to do then is upload a picture of yourself to the profile area in that Zoo dashboard that you're already in. And once you've done that, you click on a link that takes you to Facebook and you like the page that is there. If it's already liked, you unlike it and like it again, and then you come back to the dashboard and you can check that you've done it correctly because you can just refresh the page and you'll see that a little green tick gets into that Facebook space. And then you have to do the same with YouTube. So you click on the YouTube link and you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come back, update the page, and the little green tick will appear in that YouTube. Then you click on the one that says Customer Resource Center or something like that, and that takes you to the, it's like a social media site, especially for Avazu. And you scroll down, and down towards the bottom, it'll say log in with your Avazu credentials. You click on that button, and a pop-up will come saying, can we use your credentials to log you in? So you click on that and say yes, and then lo and behold, you're in there. And that, then you can go back to the dashboard, refresh it, and you'll see a little green tick there. All this takes a couple of minutes, really. It doesn't take very long at all. And then finally, there is a link that you need to click, and that is to download an app. Most of us know what apps are nowadays, even me. I don't like them, but I know what they are. So you download an app, and it's on your phone, and it'll look like that. And it plays a silly tune. And once it's finished playing the silly tune, you log in using the same credentials that you set up for your Avazu dashboard. And then you go back to your dashboard, refresh it again, and lo and behold, the little pop-up will be there saying, you've got your ticket, click here to see it. You click there, and there it is, a nice picture of you and your ticket and everything else. The whole thing, starting from scratch, takes less than 5 minutes. If you don't know what you're doing and you take a little bit longer, okay, you might take you 15 minutes. But I did it. I went through it with my nephew, and probably 5 minutes. It's a relatively simple process, and for spending 5 minutes, you get a totally free $100 raffle ticket that could win you as much as $1 billion. And once you've got it in your dashboard, you go to the left, and there's a little um, there that says promotions in the menu. So you click on promotions, and it says double down, and you click on double down, and that takes you to another. Well, it doesn't take you to another. A pop-up appears saying these are the terms and conditions, and it's only a little thing about this size. And you read them, and you agree to that, and then you will find you have some coupon codes for free tickets that you can give away. Give them away. Okay. You give them away every time you get some new coupon codes. You'll get two, maybe four, maybe as many as 10. No. Um, but give them all away. And when you give them all away, you will. They've got to be claimed, okay? No good giving them away and people saying, "Oh, thanks very much," and they don't do anything with it. So you've got to follow up on them. But when you've given them away and people have claimed them, as long as half the people that you give them to claim them. So if you get a total over the 3 weeks that are left or something like that, maybe let's suppose you get 20 or 30 coupons. I don't think you can get more than that. If you get that, make sure you've got 15 people that complete it and you've in the round robin. And it's going to change your financial future for you. Okay. Richard Atkins says, if you scan the QR code, where does it take you? Right. I mentioned QR code because I've got it on my flyers. I haven't got a flyer here. We've been giving them out today. But we do. Let me get one, just a second. Hey, I'm back, folks. I'm back. Okay, this is my flyer. This is what we've been giving out to people so that they can request a coupon. It has on it my email address that they can contact me with, or it has a QR code. Now, the QR code takes them to my blog. So you've got to have a website basically where you put the information up. If you're going to use a QR code, you can't use the QR code from within your dashboard because it won't carry the coupon code. My blog basically says the same as this. So when they get to the blog, they've got to request from me a coupon code. So however you do it, you've got to get them to request a coupon code from you. You want that email with their first and their last name. Legal, proper names, not Dick for Richard or Bob for Robert. It's got to be the full legal first and last name and their email address. When you've got that, you can send them a coupon. What I do is I say, I send them another email before I send the coupon. I send a coupon, an email saying, I'll tell you what it says, just a minute. I will find it for you. He said, can't find it. Okay, here we go. I'll post this in the comments and then you'll be able to see. You will be able to copy it if you choose. Okay. It says to be sent a coupon, you must reply to this email agreeing to complete the 7 essential steps below within 24 hours. Most people complete these steps in under 15 minutes. I told you I just completed them in 5 minutes. So if I can do it in 5, there'll be some people that can do it in 2, believe me. I'm usually very slow at this sort of thing. Okay, and then list the steps. Verify your email address, upload a profile picture of yourself in your Avazu dashboard, log into the Avazu CRC, like the Avazu Facebook page, subscribe to the Avazu YouTube channel, download and log into the Avazu app. And it says actually in my thing, click the big red button to claim your ticket. You don't need to do that now. So I need to remove that from my messages. Because once you've done all those 4 things, automatically you get a pop-up saying, okay, you've got your ticket, click here to view it. So that seventh step is not there. And then I had at the bottom of that, once I receive your agreement, I will send you the coupon code and you will have 24 hours to complete the above steps. God bless Graham. Uh, and I got a quote, and I love quotes. This one says, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. And that's from Dale Carnegie. So that's what I send them. And then if they come back saying, yeah, I agree to all that, send me my coupon. I send them the coupon. And then uh, they get the coupon automatically sent um, from Avazu. You have your coupons that you can give away in your dashboard, and you just put in the information if it goes to an Avazu, send it. But I go back as well then, and I say, I've sent you a coupon, good luck and God bless. Simple as that. Then you can check to see if they've taken any action. And if they haven't, you need to get on their case. You need half the people you send coupons to go through those simple steps and claim their ticket. And if they do that, boom, you're in the round robin with Avazu, and you'll be very pleased that you are. Okay, so that is the news on Avazu. I told you, um, I think on Sunday that I had news for you on Monday, and I told you on Monday I'd got the news for you, and I don't think I gave it to you, so I'll give it to you in a moment. But let's go back and start with what Devyani, our developer, has been up to. And she's been up to a couple of things because there was an issue where people that had two-factor authentication enabled, when they tried to save um, their wallet address, where we're going to send them their profits from the secondary staking, um, they it wasn't saving. Okay, to make a long story short, and it took a while to find out why it wasn't, and we, Devyani, narrowed it down to people that had 2FA enabled, and so she had to go through and fix that bug. It also, because of various other things, removed any stakes that had been made and paid for and were there, or should have been there. It didn't actually remove them, it just hid them from view. So once that code was put in, the address for the wallet, then the staking reappeared. So that took a little bit of time today to sort out and find out why things weren't working as they should. I thought it was browser related because I tested it in some of my test accounts. I didn't test it with the 2FA though. I tested it in Firefox, and I tested it for some members in Chrome, and I thought it was related to the browser, but it wasn't. It was all to do with the 2FA. Anyway, that's been fixed. And then there's some admin things that we need to manage the secondary staking, and most of that's been done. But one thing that isn't complete yet um, is to add people that buy secondary staking using a credit card or Remuno. Um, it should be there tomorrow, according to Deviani. Well, the button is there, but she said don't use it because it's not working right. And that's what Deviani has been up to. Once she's done that, I think the secondary staking will be complete. But there is something that I asked her to do, and I'm not sure whether that is included in everything that she's been doing so far and is added in there. And this is the news I've got for you. Okay. There will be a commission paid on secondary staking. We managed to get it authorized, and the way it works is not on what people stake, um, but you get a kickback from what they earn, and this seems to be acceptable. Okay, so in a nutshell, if you introduce a few people, and let's suppose they are earning between them $1,000 a month, you will get 10% of what they earn. So if they're earning $1,000 a month, you're going to make $100 a month. But it goes through two tiers as well. So if you've got maybe they were 10 people that had $1,000 stake, just in round figures. They'd go out and get 10 people who have $1,000 stake. You would have 100 people earning uh, jointly $1,000 on tier two, and you would get 10% of that, and that would be $1,000. So you'd be on $1,100 per month as long as they continue with that stake. And why wouldn't they when they're making in a month um, 5 times what the bank would pay them in a year if they're lucky enough to get paid anything? Okay, so that is the news. You will be receiving commissions on the income that we pay to the people in secondary staking. It only applies to the monthly income. It doesn't apply to the loyalty payments. The loyalty payments that people get at the end of 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, and 60 months do not qualify for the commissions. Okay, but it does on all the monthly. So every month you get paid on whatever they've got. It could be they've only got $100 stake. You've only got one person and they've got $100 stake, and they get $10 a month. Well, you're going to get $1 a month additional for that, just for having referred them. And that will apply to not only to new people that you refer, but to any existing referrals you have once they take up the secondary staking option. So that is a bit of good news for you. I've been at school today a lot of the time because some of the things that I need to do to get the to get everything in line for Caleb O'Dowd's team to get marketing for us um, are things that I'm not um, too good at the moment. Facebook advertising, they're gonna set it all up, but we have to set the account up. We have to set up the account where they can put the advertising through and so on and so forth. And we have to know what it's about and how to analyze the results, which is important because when the results start coming in, if we've got like 50 campaigns running, um, because that's the way they do it. They do multiple campaigns. If we've got 50 campaigns running, we have to look at it and say, okay, this campaign is producing leads at this much, and this one at this much. And we have to analyze it and we have to see what needs to be duplicated and what needs to be scrapped. If there's a campaign that's not working or the leads are coming in at like $10 or something, um, we don't want that. We want leads that are coming in at a price that is within what we budget. So this this is a learning curve for me. I've never done much with Facebook ads. I've had a go at it on a couple of occasions. I got my account closed down on a couple of occasions before I even really got to grips with it. So now I have to go to school and I've been doing quite a bit of that today because I have to get that all tied up so that we can get that marketing campaign running early, very early in the new year. It takes time. to go through and absorb all the information that I need to absorb. And that's unfortunate because we've got so many other things going on, and I have to keep on top of all the routine stuff. And in addition, we're giving these out. So there's a lot happening at the moment. Um, there is a lot of additional things that we have on back burners, and that will be addressed. We'll keep adding more and more benefits in for our citizens. Um, some of you will want to get involved in everything. Some of you will say, "Okay, I'm not really interested in that and that, but I'll get involved in this or this." It's up to you, you know. But it will be there, and it's just as easy, in all honesty, with it all being under one roof. Once you've introduced somebody into our community, they have all these things in front of them, and many people will get involved in everything that we have. So it's a good idea for you to be involved in them as well. It's um, it's inexpensive. Everything should pay for itself very quickly, if not immediately, and you'll be in a position to help the people that you refer. We also have our um, downline builder. And I have mentioned we've got Vortic, which we are still trying to get up to that $10,000 level. I'll review it in maybe give it another week. I'll do some reminders and review it in about a week. And if we've not got it at that level, then we'll have a look at what we can do with the funds we do have. We do have some funds that we're transferring over from what would have gone into the ICANN trade. Incidentally, from what I hear, that still isn't working for anybody, and yet they're still charging people $100 a month, which is unbelievable, really. But there we go. Okay, so so that's there. Vortic United. You can of course get involved in it just on your own, but we are trying to get to that 10,000 level because it is a very profitable level to be at, and we can generate some serious income for people in a relatively short space of time. Certainly within a year, you'll be in good profit. You'll have more than trebled your money, I think, within a year. I can't remember the exact figures, but after that, it really grows quickly. Then there is another plan which I have been monitoring, and my sponsor um, has been trying to get me to watch video. I don't have time to watch the videos. They've been in pre-launch for probably 3 months, I think. Um, but it did launch, and there are referral codes now. But you have to do your KYC and be accepted before before you get your referral codes. So anyway, I've joined and I've filled in my KYC thing. I've not heard from them yet. I'll check on it tomorrow. Once that is available, that will also go into the downline builder. Now, the good thing about that is based mainly on arbitrage trading. It's done by a bot. Arbitrage, for those the of you that don't really know, put very simply, you might have um, one exchange selling Bitcoin for $20,000 and another exchange um, buying Bitcoin for $21,000. So you can sell it I don't know whether I've got this the right way around. Anyway, there's $1,000 difference. So you buy it at the lower price and you sell it at the higher price. And of course, there are fees involved. And it's very difficult to do manually because it takes time. You've got to be fast because prices change so quickly. And with the fees involved, you've got to have decent sums to buy and sell. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. But this group have got substantial funds, and they're just adding to them from the members that are coming in. I think there's something like 70,000 people waiting to join. And you can get involved for as little as $10. How much will you make? There is no set figure, but the profits that they've been making over this pre-launch period have been very good. And that's all I'm prepared to say about it at the moment. But hopefully I'll have my link and I'll be able to put that out for you and you'll be able to take a look at it. And um, it is, I believe, a very sound program, as is Vortic. Um, and we will not need to do a group thing with that because for $10, you can get involved anyway, and there's no, you don't get more for investing more or less for investing less or anything like that. So for $10, you get the same benefits as anybody else. Of course, the more you invest, the higher your income derived will be. But that is there. It's an option, $10 or up. Hopefully, that will be there for you tomorrow. Um, numbers. I did see on the coin ranking. I did check the coin ranking site today, and it said they've not detected any trading volume on Visa or Visa Abundance, and that's why there's no figures. There's a little banner that it's never been there before, or if it was, I've never seen it. So presumably nobody's bought or sold, but I know in the past when we've not seen anything, there have been trading volume because there've been occasions where I've bought Visa tokens. Because I think they're a real good deal. If you've got a few dollars, you don't need a lot to get a lot of tokens. So I've been buying them up. And I know there've been times in the past where I've bought Visa tokens and there's been nothing showing. So although that little thing is there, it's not necessarily accurate. Anyway, it's still not showing anything for Visa and Visa Abundance tokens in coin ranking. So nothing to comment on there. Our registered members, we had a net decrease of 5. Net decrease because we take out members that haven't logged in for 2 months, and we always get new registrations. Sometimes it's a plus, sometimes it's a minus, depending on which is the greater, the new registrations or the people we remove. Anyway, last 24 hours, it's down by 5 to 39,119. Our active member count tends to go up pretty regularly, and it's up again today in the last 24 hours to by 32 to 5,169. And that is people that do log in on a regular basis, usually every day, but at least 50% of the available days. Yesterday, I didn't have multiply Visa figures, so it's like for the last 2 days, we've only got one new email verified member. We didn't have anybody new that bought advertising, but the bonus pool has gone up to $10,011.01. Okay, and that is just from logging in from the revenue share. You get paid a revenue share if you log in. Okay, I think I've covered it. I think I've covered it. Let me go to the Melon app because I can't see anything else in here. And we'll see if we've got any questions, comments, or anything from the other 2 platforms, Twitch and YouTube. And we've got Lewis in from Portugal saying hi in YouTube. And if I scroll down, we have, oh, Lewis, do you have any news about OnPassive? Okay, Lewis, I'd forgotten about OnPassive. OnPassive, there's a lot of people saying, oh, OnPassive has launched. We've been waiting forever and now it's launched. And it has allowed people to have an email address. It's a bit like Gmail or something like that. They will claim it's a lot better, and it might be. But I mean, what do you want from an email? Do you want all the bells and whistles that may be available to you in OnPassive? Or do you just want something where you can bash an email out and receive an email in? I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, that is the only thing that has so far been released by OnPassive. It is free, as are email accounts with anybody else. And uh, because it's free, you can't earn any money from it. You can, however, um, promote it to other people. And once they're in there, they will be um, in the circle, so to speak. They will be in a position where other things are being released. They will be able to say, "Oh yeah, that looks interesting. I'll have that," or "Oh well, I'm not interested in that." Whatever. But all these other things, as they become available, will be options for them once you get them in. So it's there. Um, it's Voltic also on the back burner. Um, I think it's Vortic actually, not Voltic, Vortic. But I think I mentioned that. In fact, I'm sure I did. We're still looking to get to the required amount to invest. It's there. You can join it if you want. Um, but that is the position. So I hope that's answered that for you anyway, Lewis, and anybody else that's in on passive. Um, how long will it be before you can actually make any money with on passive? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I suspect it's going to be spring of next year. Seriously, that's my thoughts. But you may be in a position to make something prior to that. Um, we'll have to wait and see. But as far as I'm aware, that's the only thing that is available. And I think at present, you may be able to offer it to people outside. I think you can offer it to people outside of the original founders. If you're a founder, you join the email, you join on passive through a link in your um, founder's website, which has been there for the last 4 or 5 years or however long it's been going on for. The uh, the OnPassive website will eventually replace that, I'm sure. But currently, I think all that is available in OnPassive is an email account. Okay, that's my news for you. And I think we're pretty much done for the day. Um, and we will be back, of course, at 7 p.m. GMT every day, especially tomorrow, with the latest updates from We Share Abundance and associated programs, our own programs, and everything else. And uh, until then, keep sharing love and abundance and go out there and get, I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, but you can get something like that and give them out to all sorts of people. Anybody, you can walk down the street and say, would you like a free raffle ticket that could win you $1 billion? And people will take it, and most of it are going to throw it away. But you don't need many to get into that round of it. So I would think if you put, if you gave 100 of these out, depending on how well you explain it to the people you give it to, if you put 100 out, I think you would be pretty sure to get 20 people, and I think you could get half of those. I mean, these are, I think, rock bottom figures uh, into, completing everything, and that would be enough to qualify most people for the round robin. So it's not a big deal. Just get out there and do it. And if you go into a shop and you talk to the owner of the shop, or the manager, or whatever it may be, they say, you can get yourself one, but you can also give them to your customers, um, as like a Christmas gift. Here's a free raffle ticket for, um, to possibly win you $1 billion. You know, you may find that just one of them, strategically put out by somebody that says, "Yeah, this is a great idea," and gets enthused about it, could do everything that you need to be done for it just from one contact. Maybe it's your local landlord in the pub. Maybe it's a restaurant that you go to on a regular basis. Maybe it's the corner shop. Maybe it's a big shop. Maybe it's a supermarket, and you get to the manager and he says, "Yeah, this is great." And maybe it'll get up to head office, and head office say, "Wow, this is a good idea." And all of a sudden, you're in a few hundred locations nationally. And once you have the link to that person, you can then get them involved in selling the tickets. And I'm not quite sure how that works now, because things keep changing there so much. I'd have to check up on it. But once you get some shop that's selling a lot of tickets for you, you're making a lot of commission there as well. Okay, so that's it from me. God bless you all. See you all tomorrow. Keep sharing love and abundance. I love you all. And you are all Weezer warriors, in the words of the late Russ Cowley. Weezer warriors. See you later, alligator.